This presentation is an overview of our project charter. We are using reservoir simulation software in order to analyze the Fordoche field located in Point Coupee Parish. Our group is called J. Bart and Associates. Our group consists of Brett Wainwright, Rashidat Balogun, Austin Hebert, myself, Jonathan Bradley, and Trishla Parkh. Our project sponsor is Professor Beasy.
Based on the resources available to us, our team will perform a history match and forecast analysis on the Fordoche field, located in Point Coupee Parish, Louisiana. This pressure-depleted black oil reservoir is located in the up-dip Oligocene production trend. It has a productive interval of 7,970 to 9,200 feet and holds about 10 million barrels of estimated reserves in which our operator is looking to tap into through enhanced oil recovery. This unique field presents the need of additional analysis using history matching due to the high amount of reservoir sands and estimated reserves. It began initial production in the 1940s, and the sand zone we will be analyzing is at 8,750 feet and appears to be half depleted. Depending on availability, we will either do a history match with the field data using CMG Builder or run a simulation of future production with BOS NFR. The purpose of our project is to study the 8750 sand and use reservoir simulation to more accurately predict future production. The data available to us includes well logs, isopack maps, and structure maps dating back to the 1940s, which estimates that there are roughly 4 million barrels of oil originally in place, with about 2 million barrels of oil remaining. Use of a simulation software will help to determine the best enhanced oil recovery method to use in this zone.
Here is the structure map of the field in the 8750 sand that will undergo a secondary recovery project. The wells which have been highlighted in green are the wells which are currently being produced. The blue highlighted line is thought to be a fracture which seals in the formation. The wells from west to east are the Clark Ayers 3 well, the Long 3, the Long 8, Dreyfus A2, and Dreyfus A3. The order they came on production was the Long 3 well, Dreyfus 2A, Dreyfus 3A, the Long 8, and then the Clark Ayers 3 well. The well that has produced the most is the Long 3 well, producing approximately 744,000 barrels of oil. The Dreyfus 3A well has produced 573,000 barrels, and the Dreyfus 2A has produced 559,000 barrels of oil.
The need for history matching and forecasting in the 8750 sand exists to assist in determining the most efficient and cost-effective enhanced oil recovery method. Effectively forecasting production will prevent unnecessary spending in the future in trial and error recovery methods. The Fordoche field is a black oil reservoir that is a depletion drive. There are 5 wells in production across the 8750 sand that we are analyzing. Production first started in the reservoir in the 1940s, and they are looking to do secondary recovery using water flood and potentially gas injection. Through history matching and simulation forecasting, this project will help with having a better understanding of the field and assist in maximizing the effectiveness in the secondary recovery process. Based on the reservoir simulation software available to us, we will select the best simulator that will assist in forecasting. Specifically, we would choose the CMG Builder over the Boost Simulator. Next, we will familiarize ourselves with the program by taking necessary training and tutorials before running practice simulations. Finally, we will use the appropriate historical data to run successful simulations and forecast future production.
Our objective includes growing our knowledge base in the use of reservoir simulation software, either CMG Builder or Boost, compiling and analyzing the necessary data, and finally running a simulation. Our project manager can easily measure our progress by checking to see if we are where we have initially projected to be by following the timeline proposed towards the end of this charter. Learning to use the simulator software is an attainable objective as we have free access to tutorials and other resources with the PETI Courses Drive and through experienced users. Fortunately, we only have a small number of constraints that we must work within in order to successfully accomplish our project objective. The major constraint is the availability of reservoir of simulation software that will be free of charge, of course, which could additionally pose as a time constraint if the software isn't advanced or compatible with our current needs. These constraints have a possibility of being very limiting, determining how far we can actually go with this project. For example, the older software would take much more time to reconstruct and input data, therefore minimizing the amount we could accomplish in our allotted time frame. Money is not a constraint because we will have a software available to us for free. Time could become a constraint depending on our learning curve in the use of reservoir simulation software. We are assuming that we will have access to the CMG software in the PETI lab or to a different software that is free of cost and provided by our project sponsor. In regards to the reservoir data, we are assuming the field is a black oil reservoir depletion drive with no fractures in the producing sand. We are also assuming the well logs and other geological and historical data from the life of the well that we currently have are accurate.
Whether we do a history match of the reservoir or a forecasting model is dependent upon which software will be available to us for use. Furthermore, our sponsor's advice and data that he has available to us will determine which model we will be able to deliver. As shown in our project milestone schedule, we plan to have the heart of our project, successful simulations run, completed by March. Our project will have reached successful completion once we have ran reservoir simulations producing useful forecasting data. Our project manager, Brett Wainwright, will be responsible for staying in communication with our project sponsor, monitoring project progress, and scheduling meetings. Our budget for the project should be $0 as long as no unforeseen costs arise.
This is a picture of our group. Starting on the left is Brett, then Rashidat, Jonathan, Trishla, and on the right is Austin. Our estimated date for project completion is May 1st, 2016. This is subject to change. Thank you for listening to our presentation on the Fordoche field analysis, which we have chosen for our senior project.